Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video I'm sharing 8 tips on how to style a fuller bust. So here I'm going to be sharing ways to make your chest size appear smaller and things to look out for and what to avoid and how to better dress yourself if you have a fuller chest size. So, I know some of these points isn't going to be for everybody. Like, not everybody is looking to make their chest appear smaller. Now, I know a lot of my viewers actually look for ways to make their chest appear smaller. So I came up with another video for you guys on ways to style your fuller bust, how to minimize it, also things to look out for, what to personally avoid. So if you're new, my breast size is a 34 triple D, so in case you want to look at these videos for reference. And I'm very petite and I am on the smaller side as well, so my chest size is definitely out there, and I figured out ways to make them appear smaller and properly dress them for my specific shape. So I'm excited to share these tips with you guys, so let's just go ahead and get started. Okay, one thing I get asked a lot and I definitely wanted to address in one of these videos is, are sports bras a way to flatten out your chest or make your chest appear smaller? So I feel like it really depends on the sports bra. I was the one that used to think that the tighter the sports bra, the more constricting it is, the more it will make your boobs look smaller. No, it makes them look like a giant pancake. So please avoid the sports bras that are just really tight and just squeeze everything together, because it may look like it's a little bit flatter, but it honestly actually kind of makes them appear larger. If you hear anything in the background, that is my daughter. She is just hanging out with us over there today. So avoid those sports bras that are just very tight. I'll put pictures up here on the screen that are just very tight, very just squeeze everything together, because it, one, makes them look like a giant pancake, and two, it's just doesn't look flattering. It actually makes them look larger. It does the exact opposite in my opinion. I'll show you examples of myself in the B-roll here. I'm wearing one of my really tight sports bras that I wear for high intensity training, and then I'm wearing a minimizer bra instead in the comparison. You can tell just going by a minimizer bra, it will actually make your chest appear smaller, because that's what minimizer bras do. They make them look smaller without making them look pancakey. Now there are other sports bras that I think will work great, ones that are just not super tight. So you just want something that's thin and that still gives you support, and I feel like those are good options if you want to wear a sports bra. If you are just looking in general just to minimize your chest size, minimizer bras are your best friends. I will link my top favorite one down below. I'm wearing it right now. It is the Soma 3-inch minimizer. I rave about it. I shared it in my bra recommendation videos. It's my favorite minimizer bra. It's comfortable. It doesn't feel super tight. It doesn't make your boobs look pancakey. It still gives it a natural, beautiful shape with minimizing it as well. Next one, I'm also so guilty of doing. I used to wear baggy clothes thinking that it made my chest look smaller. So, and I mean like ultra baggy. I thought the bigger the fabric, the more it's gonna hide. Honestly, it just made me look bigger everywhere. And not that there's anything wrong with wearing baggy tops or something oversized on top. It's just I wore it thinking that it would make me look smaller, which in fact, I don't think it did. Actually, I felt like kind of accentuated everything, because when you wear something loose on top, you have your chest size that's large, and then you have all this extra fabric where the chest size is kind of like pushing out the fabric and just making you not look heavy on top, but also heavy on the bottom as well. And not that there's anything wrong with it. I actually wear oversized clothing. Like, for example, like I just did a video sharing this, hoodie here. It's oversized. I love wearing it because I just love wearing it. But if I'm looking to just kind of flatter my shape more and, make my chest appear a little bit smaller, give me a little bit more shape, I wouldn't wear something like that. That's something I'll just wear for just comfort and just because I like it. Again, if you are looking to minimize your chest size, avoid the very baggy clothing, because it's honestly, you guys, gonna do the exact opposite. And from sister to sister, friend to friend, I just want to tell you guys this, because, people didn't tell me this. I had to kind of learn on my own after many, many, many years of trial and error and spending so much money on things thinking that it gave me a certain look when it did the actually exact opposite. Next tip is about bras. So avoid getting bras where you get like the quad boob, the triple boob, where you purchase a size that's essentially too small and you have spillage. So what I've noticed based on just purchasing so many different bras for years and years and years is that even if you get a bra that is your size, a lot of times the shape and the structure of it doesn't suit your unique breast shape. shapes. And I purchased so many bras that were my size and it looked like it fit, but it just didn't look right because my breast shape is different than what is suitable for that specific bra. So, you know, maybe you've noticed this when you were in the fitting room and trying on different bras, that like, this is my size, but why isn't it fitting right? Was I supposed to go up a size or down a size? It can be confusing, but it's also could be because our breasts are all unique, different shapes. And just like our bodies, our breasts are all unique in different shapes and sizes. So if you look, lots of bras have different cuts and structures to them, and a lot of times it takes trying on so many different styles to find the one that is best for you. So remember, when you are in the fitting room or purchasing bras online, try a variety of different styles and structures just to see what suits your unique breast shape specifically. Next tip is something to be careful with. It is peplum top. So I used to wear it all the time, and it's really difficult for a fuller chested woman to find a peplum top just off the rack. I say this because when you purchase a peplum top, the waist where it's cinched, you can't adjust it or move it lower or move it higher or anything, so you're stuck with what you got. And when we have our fuller chest size, we take up most of the fabric that is there. A lot of times you'll notice when you put on a peplum top, you'll have the waist like right under your bust line, which is not where you want it to be. You want it to be right at your natural waistline. So that's where it can get really tricky looking for tops that have a cinched waist there, because we take up a lot of that top fabric from our bust size alone. So for me personally, I just avoid peplum tops in general. It's really hard to find a style that fits me properly, and I really don't want to go through the effort of finding a tailor. So I just avoid it entirely, but just remember, if you love that style, you have to keep in mind of where the waist sits. Next tip is take advantage of wearing longer coats. Now, believe it or not, you guys, I'm eating my own words here, but I had videos in the past saying avoid longer coats, specifically for petite women. But honestly, I've come to realize that longer coats are so flattering when you have a fuller bust, or actually even if you're on the petite scale. For a fuller busted lady, it looks so flattering because you're creating a vertical line going up and down, and if you go for a longer length, it really does look so flattering on a fuller chested woman and makes it appear a lot smaller as well. It's definitely so extremely flattering when you're styling a fuller bust, because again, you're creating that vertical line which distracts the eye from up here as well. It makes you appear a little bit taller, makes you appear a little bit slimmer as well, and doesn't make your chest look as large also. Okay, next one is regarding fabric. So if you want to flatter your chest size more or even make it appear a little bit smaller, I feel like going for silky fabrics is a fantastic option. Something that it has really good movement to it. It's drapey, it's a little flowy, it's a thinner material as well, so I think it overall looks extremely flattering for a fuller chested woman. And if you go for one that is like an open neckline as well, it's even more flattering and beautiful looking as well. Next one is turtlenecks. So a lot of fuller busted women think that they can't pull off turtlenecks because it's just way out there, it shows everything. In my opinion, it depends on the type of turtleneck you purchase. So I feel like if you go for a really tight fitted turtleneck, yes, I feel like it's just going to exaggerate everything, show everything off, and make them look very large and out there. The other option I feel like is fantastic for fuller busted women is going for a turtleneck that is not tight, but is a little bit more fitted. So it has extra fabric in it, and it's, you know, has a looser fit to it. Not super loose, but just like a fitted look where you have a little bit more room where it's just not skin tight. So in the example I'm showing here, I feel like this is a really good option because it is not making them look so large, very flattering in general. It's a great type of fit to go for a turtleneck if you have a fuller chest. Okay, now let's talk about sweaters. So something oversized that you can get away with when you have a fuller chest. So the first tip I recommend when you're wearing something oversized and you have a fuller chest size is look for things with an open neckline, because you're breaking up the space and you're creating this illusion where your chest is just not as looking as large. So any open neckline is fine in my book. Go for something that you love personally. And another way to get away with it is if you're wearing a oversized sweater, you definitely want to balance it out with wearing like skinny jeans on the bottom. So something a little bit more fitted at the bottom. So we're creating balance, right? And then another thing I also recommend doing is adding a heel to it, because you are adding literal height, and I feel like it's less distracting, especially if you're on the petite scale like me. I'm sure I'm small everywhere else. I have a fuller chest, and if I wear something oversized, it can be challenging and it can kind of swallow me and make me look very big up here. So let's say you get an oversized sweater or top that has an open neckline, you tuck it in a little bit so you define your waist, you wear something skinny at the bottom, you add a heel. That look completely looks so amazing, you guys. It is a really good combination to wear if you're petite and if you have a fuller bust, if you're both, or just one, like a fuller bust. So definitely recommend doing those as well. And with sweaters that have cutouts, so like let's say you get a sweater with cutout shoulders, that's also another way to create balance as well. It doesn't have to be an open neckline too. You can also look for sweaters that have a side slit where it opens on the side like a oversized sweater. That's also another option. So you're just creating balance, and you're creating, you know, ways to show off your figure in little bits, but still wearing something you really love. Obviously wear whatever you love and enjoy. Like for example, I'm wearing a crew neck. I always talk about wearing an open neckline if you want to make your chest appear a little bit smaller, but you know, I honestly just wear whatever I personally love, and if I want to make my chest appear smaller, I will wear things that will help with that. Really hope those tips help you guys. So we reached the end of this video. I hope you really enjoyed hearing all of these different tips and tricks. Subscribe if you're new, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye. All the noise you guys heard in the background was this little nugget. This little peanut. Hi. Can you say hello? Can you say hello? Can you say hello? My son is napping, so she usually hangs out with me as I try to film videos for you guys. So this is just what life looks like right now with a little newborn and a toddler, trying to get around with balancing both. But isn't she so adorable?